Hello everyone, and welcome to this week's blog entry. I have created a storyboard for my MMP. So, as it's stated in White Space is Not Your Enemy, a storyboard visualizes the entire project in the form of individual scenes, shots, or screens, and that is found on page 168. So, for my MMP, I'm focusing on a unit that involves ratios and proportions. So, step one of my storyboard, as an individual scene, the student survey. I'm going to use SurveyMonkey to kind of collect data from the class if they have internet access at home, if they have a computer at home, have they ever used technology or resources in a presentation. Now, based on the results I get from that, I will plan a computer day in the unit for them to use the computers at school to look up resources or anything that they want. Step 3 starts the notes of the unit, so ratios and rates, then we'll do some converting rates so they get used to ratios. Then I would like them to apply their knowledge using smallblueprinter.com. And I didn't know about this until we did the critiques, so I thought this was a great idea. You can see that the measurement lines, there's the scale here, so students can begin to talk about similar figures and how similar figures, the ratios of sides are in proportion. Step 4, they are going to be introduced to the golden ratio, and this is a ratio that is found in art, architecture, nature. If you have this ratio, if it equals this, right here, this number, then it's considered the golden ratio. So students can go online and, I can even put this on the smartboard and it says, have a try for yourself, use the slider. So they can slide to make sure that these lines, based on this formula up here, are considered the golden ratio. Now here, explaining how to draw, this is all part of step 4 and the actual formula to get the number. This is also step 4, how the golden ratio represents beauty, and this is important for their unit because they are going to look for things that represent the golden ratio and figure out if it is beautiful. During the project, they will be able to use this blog found on my website. What ideas have you come up with in regards to the Golden Ratio project? List some of the multimedia tools you wish to include in your projects so they could use this. And how can we incorporate technology in our presentation? This is step 5. Now this, along with this, it's a presentation without any multimedia tools. And you can see that there's links here so students can, take this and see how boring it is, and for theirs kind of come up with ideas to incorporate web tools into their presentation. And step 6 is continuing learning about ratios and proportions and solving them on their own. Step 7 is kind of a warm-up, and they could use this investigating the golden ratio in their own presentation. Now, the golden ratio is said to have been found in our bodies based on our different body parts are in proportion, and they're in proportion with the golden ratio. So they could, of course, use this and then incorporate it in their project and create, a chart on Excel and use it in their presentation. Now, this storyboard I created on PowerPoint, and I wanted the audience to see what I'm seeing. So my point of view, my perspective, all of the shots are from the front, so I didn't want to tilt it and have people, the audience looking at it, be confused. There's not a lot of movement in the pictures, it's straightforward, and I wanted to keep the whole image into the storyboard so that everyone can see exactly what will be done in my MMP. And the lighting, I use a lot of negative space because I want to focus on the main image in the middle. I also use text at the bottom, and I wanted the background to be different from white, so I used the tan, and blue obviously stands out so you can all see exactly what the pictures are, and that's why I use the text. So I hope you enjoyed this storyboard, and I look forward to looking at yours. Thanks.